let's look at these charts. Okay. So I'm still looking here at SOL3S. This is the 4-hour chart. You see a bounce off here, the lower trend line, and the golden pocket. You know, to be honest, it's hard to call a trend line because I don't have another touch, more projection. I projected the trend to go there with the golden pocket. So it's a bit more of a risky play. Sometimes you might want to wait for it to come up here, come back and make that touch again, which would be in 5 days or so. But this here, the confluence of the low price action and the low stochastic RSI, the RSI bouncing up, make it interesting. I wouldn't call it a great trade because, as we learn, there's no guarantees that the price is going where you think it's going. So it could come right back down here, retest these bottoms, double bottom, or go down to infinity. With the SOL3S, the S stands for short, basically betting here that Solana is going to drop. So you're looking for the bullish move on the short token. I like to trade these tokens. They give you a little bit of leverage without the worry of being liquidated. Over here is the Solana 3 long, which, to be honest, coming out of this bottom, breaking the 100, EMA ribbon flipping, actually looks pretty bullish. So Solana might be pumping, might start pumping. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be looking for a Solana 3L today. Let's go. You know, going back to retest this zone would be nice. Truthfully, I don't really want Solana to pump because my overall thesis of the market is not bullish. But that's the thing with trading. You have to let go of your ideas. That's probably the single hardest thing. And go with what the chart's telling you. Anyways, let's pull up here. What else? It's also good to look at some of the big stocks, the DYX and Bitcoin. But here we go. Let's take a look here at US 30. Let's go to 4-hour. So definitely a downtrend. You can see here higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, just barely, but falling through the 100. EMA ribbon flips, getting rejected here off the 100. Boom. Such a good play on the short, especially with the high stochastic RSI. Killer move. And then here now we're in a downtrend. Lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. What's this? Broke this lower high. Would this be the lower high? Yeah, I guess so. So what I like to do is throw a horizontal ray right at the point of the last lower high, I guess. Would it be this one? And that got broke. Whatever, one of these. Also, that's an inverted head and shoulders. Boom, boom, boom. And I'd like to see a retest of that, which it likely will. Probably somewhere over here, also in 5 days. Interesting. So yeah, stocks have been on an uptrend. Is it an actual uptrend or just a retest of the 100, which it might be on a downtrend? So in which case, we're coming down to these lows, support zones. I like to do my support zones in the higher time frames in a bar like that. So when I'm zoomed in, I know what that is. It's a higher time frame, support. So here we're going to see either it tests this last lower high and then it's in an uptrend, or it's going to slam through it and it's just a bigger lower high on this move. So it could be like this. So what am I thinking? Also, look at this. Here's an interesting zone. I can see I put an alert there earlier. What we got? Line a bit here. So support, boom, all the way up here, crash straight through it, resistance. So this area right here is going to be a hard area to bust through for 2 reasons. 1, it crashed through it and then the resistance there. 2, it's right around the 100, which you can see here, resistance. So I'm still thinking we might have a little move to the upside, but she ain't going far. Especially if the stochastics RSI is still high and the RSI is still high. So this is a 4-hour chart. You can see this play out here. I bet you'll get an alert later today on my phone, today or tomorrow. So if major stock bundles look like there's some downside, that means Bitcoin is probably going to have some downside, which also means alts are probably going to have some downside, which means SOL3S will pump. Here we go back to SOL3S. We have massive downtrend. Boom, keep getting rejected here on the 100, broke it here. And if we can hold this zone also, let's put a trend line there. As you can see, I mean, that could have been the trend line. But if this is it, off the 100 trend line, there's a lot of upside there to come. So it's not my favorite play. This right here, come back to this zone where the price tests the 100, breaks through the 100. As you can see, it almost never does on the 4-hour until it's making a move. Like we broke here, barely broke here, but the simple fact of so much volume coming through here and staying above, I love that play. Flips the EMA. Also, you get in, with the low the stochastics RSI, so right around this zone. After all that, also the RSI is above. That's that's a play I like, but I don't like playing under the 100 for a long. It's not enough confidence for me to go big and heavy. Although this is the golden pocket region, but if we zoom in here, it's not looking strong. At the same time, this little you know, let's see what we can find here in terms of a trend. That's the other thing, like pattern. What's the pattern telling us? You know, if this were a descending triangle, let's get rid of these little guys. I'm sure they make sense on a low time frame. Whoops. Anyways, I hope everybody's nice, having a good morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you're at. You know, is that a descending channel? Maybe. You never know. You never know. So, yesterday I was feeling pretty bullish here that we were going to get some up action here. Yeah, and I put in that, I had a trade in there. That's what that is. I was wondering, what the hell is that? Anyways, but with this kind of rolling over, I don't like to see that. Let's go down to the 1 hour and see what we can see, my friends. You know, higher, low, higher, low, higher, low. It's making some effort here. We're seeing some effort. And I'm still bearish overall, and that's probably, it's not great to be stuck in one way or another. You have to learn how to open your mind to anything when trading, because you don't really know, what's coming. This play here, oh, I called it, but I wasn't at the desk to get in. So again, I went over this yesterday, but look at this. You have your 100. It's a really good indicator. You know, sometimes it doesn't work. That's why you want to get your stop loss in. It certainly didn't work here. The lower time frames, it can be a little more finicky, but you know, had we got in here, let's say this boom wouldn't have worked, or we got stopped out. That's the thing with trading too, you're never 100% right. So if you get your stop losses in, you could lose 5 trades and make one good one and still be very profitable. So let's say we went in on this broke here on the way up. I would have had my stop loss tight, and I wouldn't have lost too much. Here again, that's the candle. Boom, broke. Get in on this candle somewhere. I would have put my stop loss just below the candle that breaks. Look at that. Banger. Same here. Look over here. Breaks the 100. Put your stop loss down here. Boom. Golden. Here, not as good. Breaks the 100. Put your stop loss here. We probably would have lost on that one. I doubt I would have. Maybe I would have seen that candle and been like, yeah. Sometimes I think if it doesn't really start moving, just get out. Just get out. So let's go all the way back here. Oops. And here, this is it, you know. Broke the 100. I set the stop loss below this candle. Could have get in on any of these choppiness. Would have been a bit tight of a stop loss there because we would have got stopped out. Anyways, I showed up yesterday and I saw this massive candle. Let's replay it. Okay, so yesterday morning, here I am. I think I missed all this. No, I was here. What the hell was I doing? Anyways, can't always catch them. And then, boom, I saw that. I'm like, oh shit, there's my play. Broke the 100. You can see here, the EMA ribbon's flipping. I love the EMA ribbon. It's a beautiful indicator, in my opinion. It's like a wave. And so what I like to see is it breaks 100, EMA ribbon flips, and if you're going to the upside, it goes above the 100. You're going to the downside, opposite. By the way, this replay tool is invaluable. Sometimes you can look back at the charts and say, oh, I would have got in here, would have worked. But until you're actually in the moment, you can't really say, because you need to not be able to see any of this on this side. Does that make sense? I don't know. Let's say I was going here. I'm like, oh yeah, here's my short whenever it hits that red line where we got in. But in reality, as you're sitting here watching this price go up, you see that red candle, you're probably thinking, oh, it's just one of these, and you go long. Do you know what I mean? It's very, very tricky to trade, and that's why taking all of what's to the right out and watching it over again and learning has been super valuable. Anyways, let's keep going. So here we go. This is really, really the ideal setup on this. I'll show you. Boom. So it broke the 100. Kind of chop there. Come up. EMA ribbon flip. And if you see right here, this is so textbook. It hurts that I didn't get it. I mean, this is fucking killer. Come back. EMA ribbon flip. The 100's below the EMA ribbon now. Comes right back in, just tags it. You see how it does that? I should have put a buy order right there. I mean, I put that's why I leave this here to show that I was planning on taking this trade. Also, stochastics, RSI is low, and this RSI is above the 50 and tagging up. So then here you can see stop loss just below this candle technically broke the 100, but that's too tight. That's it. Strict stop losses are so tricky because there's no set rule. You have to kind of feel it out. I like this one. I went under this one here because sometimes, if I got in on this candle and put my stop loss super tight right there, this red candle wouldn't have tagged it or might have tagged it. You see, like, you have to be flexible and try. And I think sometimes too, don't jump in right away. Like boom, it broke, get in. Just let it play out a little bit, see what's going to happen. Hard to do when you get this massive candle 4 or 5 candles after. Damn, I'm missing. It's going to the moon. It never goes straight to the moon. Very rarely. Often it's going to come back, test something, and give you a nice entry. The nice thing about entering here, look at this. This is important. So it's a winning trade. Well, I'll just take this up. Well, I'll play it out. It's a winning trade. The nice thing about entering here and not here is it's instantly a winning trade. Had I got in here on that candle, I got a ton of drawdown to go through or get stopped out, and then it goes up, which is the worst. And then your profit is pretty limited up on this side. Whereas if we're getting as close as you can to a key zone, your stop loss can be tight, you're almost instantly in profit. And had I held it all through here, really nice. Anyways, let's stop this. So, what was I saying? I don't like to trade too far away from breaks of the 100. It just makes me nervous. I don't like all of this in here. Here, retest the 100, slam through it, and come back. Still tricky to get in on that. Still tricky. This morning, gotta get the picture here. Sometimes too, when you have a big move down, what you're going to end up with is a little bit of sidewaysness. So while the market kind of figures it out, and this is the 5-minute chart, so it's not days and days, you know, from this was yesterday morning, so 24 hours is that much space. So it could kind of just wave along here for another 24 hours before it booms up or down. And that's something I had to learn. Oftentimes, you know, you got where is it? You know, this is a big move here. Then it kind of chopped around here before coming back down. I don't know. It's so much like surfing. You just don't know what's going to be presented to you, and the more time you spend in the water, the better you get, because you get to see all the different waves that come, and you're learning. So that's why I'm up. It's Saturday morning. Family sleeping. And there's not always a trade. You know, this was the trade yesterday. That was a beauty. I'm not so confident today on what's going on. And let's take a look at Bitcoin. What are we doing, old grandfather? It's pretty bullish break of this downwards, this down channel, which is a bullish pattern. This is bearish, where you're going downtrend and then at an angle, bear flag, and then often will break down. But this is the opposite. When you have a down channel, often it's going to break up. That said, look at us. We're still below the 100, and the EMA ribbon is still flipped. So I'm not going to give a lot of confidence to Bitcoin until that breaks. Price breaks 100, EMA ribbon breaks the 100, and flips it. But again, you know, things very, very rarely come down that hard and go straight back up. I mean, V-shaped recoveries happen. And here it did happen. You know, this was a down channel, and then boom, to the upside. Everybody remembers that. But with this is why I'm overall bearish. With just the current economic situation, you have to ask yourself, who's coming in to buy Bitcoin? Institutions, sure, they're smart, but you're not going to see. There's no retail FOMO. People are not buying Bitcoin, which is great, really great. I would love to see this just go sideways for the next year, accumulate what I can. I mean, long term, super bullish on Bitcoin. Short term, next 6 to 8 months, 12 months, not crazy about it. You can see here, last time on this downside, broke, came back in, broke, came back in, broke, let's go. You remember that? Everyone thought, oh yeah, it's never going to go below 35. This was the last zone. And hello, look what we did. So I don't know how much more downside there is, to be honest. It's possible to go lower, just kind of shift down like this into February next year. Nice down channel. And then start going up. Please, I would love it. I'm mostly in Tether, so that's also why I'm partly bearish. When you're in the coin, you want to be it. You want it to keep going in your direction. I'm aware of that for sure. Try not to be blind to really have to be careful not to be blind to what's actually happening. Be aware of your bias. And then I like to ask, why should I not be in this trade? So thinking of USDT as coin that I'm in, why should I not be in USDT and be in alts or Bitcoin? Is there anything in the charts that see high stochastic RSI? Not a great going to the downside on the 12 hour. Anyways, what was I saying? I always think why I should not take a trade or why I should not be in the position I'm in. Right now, my position is mostly Tether, except for some small alts. So should I not be in that? And although Bitcoin made this move, broke this channel, that's a massive candle on the daily is even more crazy. Let's take a look. Boom. You have to let go of being right too. So I want to be right. Everybody wants to be right. I want Tether to still be played. Could be wrong though. Could be wrong. This is almost more like it's probably gonna flag up on the 1 hour. If this were upward channel, which can be bullish. It broke out of it. So I'm expecting this to come lower low on stochastics. What's the 15? Well, yeah, maybe there's a bounce in it. 4 hour high. 4 hour quite high. 4 hour broke the 100 and broken the EMA. So I would expect to see some test in this zone. Let's put all our Bitcoin testing support. Like to write down here. So you know what's up. BTC. I only trade SOL3S short, SOL3S long, and US 30. But I look at all this other stuff, kind of let me know where the market's going. So I do expect that to happen. If it tests it, this resets, I'll be looking for some more upside. But for now, for at least a couple days, especially when it's that extended away from all these lines. I mean, it happens. Like this came out here, it went sideways. So it could test it with sideways actually and stay around this, which would be very bullish. We'll come back down here. This is a major zone, this green bar here, so we'll come back. And really, again, let's go back to the metaphor of surfing. With surfing, you spend a lot of time sitting in flat water. You can't force a wave to come up. There's either waves or there's not. And trading's very much like that. You're sitting, you're watching the charts, you're preparing yourself. Waves might pass you way to the right or way to the left. You couldn't have caught those waves anyways. You're focusing on this section of the beach. US 30, SOL3 short. But the thing is, you're preparing for when the big waves come for you. And are you riding left or are you riding right? Are you going long or are you going short? You can't force a wave to arrive and give you a perfect ride, but you can prepare for the wave when it comes. Anyways, it's almost 7. I should go and see family. I have my own little cabin in the woods, kind of. Live on a small island. I got 2 followers. I wonder who you are. Yeah, anyone listening to this, tell me who you are. Who's following me? That's crazy. Oh, geez. I'm mostly just doing this for my own sake. All right. Sorry, I'm looking at other screens. I like to leave the day with an idea. I do like to do that. So let me see, get focused here. What's going on? Sometimes I will turn off my beautiful ribbon. Just to get a clear look at trend. So, US, or I keep saying US 30, but I should be trading. I'll be doing a prop firm challenge, so y'all can follow me along for that. What is this trend line? Sometimes I don't remember. Okay, so kind of a downward sloping trend. You can see kind of a inverted head and shoulders here. We got 1, 2, 3. I think I'm still, this is the golden pocket on the 4-hour. Still bullish. I'd like to see this back down in this zone. You can see that. Look at that. Come back, test the 100, and boom, look at this stochastic SOL3S. Kind of a nice point to get in, but here we're above the 50. We're getting resistance here on the stochastics, maybe. On the chart as well, maybe. It's kind of got an alert there. That's good, that's good. I may take this one out. Yes, I'm sure. I hate to ask you for sure. It's a bit of an effort to do that, to remove. So obviously you're fucking sure. It's annoying. Anyways. Yeah. This I didn't like. I mean, it's the 4-hour that gets me a little spooked, to be honest. Maybe I take a little trade. That's the thing too I have to learn. It's hard to learn. I've always been all in or all out. It's almost never great. You can have your A setup, and maybe this is like a B or a C setup. Just take a little nibble, see what happens, get in the game, let's go. With that trend off the 100, and maybe we can flipped and stacked. So that's the other thing. Like it's a flip, stay above the 100. Also, I will occasionally check the 200 just to see how that's interacting with price. Not too much difference, really. Sometimes something like this, where I'm like, oh, I crashed through the 100, we're going down, will actually be supported by the 200. But if I'm trying to do that to agree with my bias, that's not usually. This is the zone of resistance here. Yes, I want to remove it. There's literally no way to accidentally do that. You have to right click, it's a tiny line, and then you have to pick it. And even if you do that, it's not a big deal. Okay, enough belly aching. Here's definitely a point of resistance. You know, get above that and support, but you're all through there, which was resistance. You know, you got to be careful of the feeling of like, I just want to get in the game. If you have to get in, just get in a little bit. Don't blow your account, please. I just need to be in a trade. I've got to feel something. I don't know. What's 3 long doing? The 4 hour. Yeah, I did think that was kind of bullish, to be honest. It's the 4 hour slot short. Kind of less bullish. Bullish in a different way. Only that it's on this move, but it's a pretty heavy break through the 100, and it tested it and it broke through it and it came right back down. What are the bullish cases it's in? And remember, I want to be short, so it's hard for me to let go. Trying here. Bullish cases is the 100, or sorry, the golden pocket. But see this, you know, it might be bouncier, but it's pretty. This is the low side. And it's kind of rolling there, rolling. I don't know if that's a technical pattern. It's just rolling like that. It could do a double bottom and come up. Like this. Yeah, it's the RSL. Yes, am I trying too hard to make it good? Yes, look, we're getting high here. Last time it was high, but boom. I don't know. I don't like it, to be honest, on the 4 hour anymore. Yesterday I did because it was down here. Oh, let's go. It's already come all the way up there and it's just rolling. I think the play is 3L, to be perfectly honest. Get a retest here. Also, this is the 4 hour, so inside of, i.e., lower time frames, there's going to be up and down opportunity. But technically speaking, it's much better to trade with the trend. Let me get this in. It's kind of So, yeah, I got an alert here. Let's see, what did I write? Edit. Yeah. 4-hour test. 4-hour test. Support. This a lot at $34. Let's go down to 5 minutes. I gotta go here, so what's up with the family, but I don't like to leave without a trade idea. Trade idea. Not necessarily to be in a trade, but kind of in my mind with a trade. So this could be like this. So you have to be so flexible trading, constantly changing lines, rereading the charts. It is mental gymnastics, you know. So let's go back here. You can see down. You know, if I just play the play, which is the play I should be playing, breaks the 100, get in with this tight stop loss, take a move. You know, this is, I gotta remind myself of that, like 2%. 2% gains here, again, boom. And then the thing is, you end up once in a while catching these long moves, which give you really good gains. So I don't know why I'm not doing it 16%, right? So here we go. Let's go all the way over here. Boom. You know, here we got a little move. Here we got a move. Here didn't. I probably could have caught out on the stop. Here we got a move. Here we're on the downside, so we're going on the short token. So, you know, if we just keep it simple, it's really what you want to do is keep it simple. Keep it simple, stupid. So I'll set my alert, like if I project this, I can come down to here, and I'll just try that. That can be it for the day. Like, boom, look at this. Break the 100, 3%. This is a bit trickier. You know, because that would count a whole count. I wouldn't have got in on a candle. I probably would have gone on net here. But you're so far away, I'd be expecting a retest. So I'd be waiting for here. And you get a little move, put your stop loss there, probably give you opportunity to, win. I think that's the way to play it. To be honest, you can make money. So the idea is being free. Who wants to be free? Click 1 if you want to be free. I would like to see sorry. Can I see on YouTube actually my stream? No, whatever. Sorry. You can see it after the fact. So this is the short token. You know, boom. This. Am I ever gonna let that go? Fine, I'll let it go. Here, come and retest. You know, we get in there. I would have got stopped out if I didn't close it here, but here again, you know, come back test and test rate. Would I trying to get down there? Probably would have, to be honest, and it would have got stopped out. It's not a perfect system. Well, no system is. You just have to do it tight and clean enough so that your winners really count. You know, let's say I got in, broke down from here, you know, it's better to wait for it to really pump out of it and retest it. Here we go. Let's go. Haven't really come to an idea for the day. I like the stocks are closed on the weekend. It's kind of nice. But really, you know, what I'm trying for here is like 2 or 3 great trades a week. That's what I'm going to do. And you don't have to shop. You don't have to get it right all the time. You don't have to get every move. But this SOL3L could be good. You know, catch a big move on one of these short or long tokens. Like if this is truly reversing back up, if we see a pump in Bitcoin, like you're looking at probably over like a couple months. You can either trade that long. Oh no, 10 days, excuse me. 160%. Yes, that's what I'm looking for. Getting on it. But the way the market is, sometimes this could just be a fake out and then boom, let's go. Anyways, I'm going to leave it there. Thanks for tuning in. You guys are awesome. All 2 of you. Bye for now.